Welcome to the Business Empowerment Podcast, the show that keeps you in the know with what you need to know in business and technology and for yourself so you can grow. Welcome to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Rob House, and my co-host, Wilton Rogers, got insight for miles. Miles and miles. We'll give you what you need to know. Get ready for the Business Empowerment Podcast. Boom! What is up, ladies and gents?
What is
Boys
up,
and
man?
What's up, man?
Dude, another day.
Another day, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy about it, you know, because I'm breathing in it. That means we got something to do with it, you know. I try to start the day like that. I call it the thankful three when I wake up. I try to think of 3 things I'm thankful for as soon as I wake up. Before I think of anything else, I look at anything, just so I can prime my mind, you know, to be grateful for small things, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
We have to be, man. Waking up, the first thing to do is, first of all, thank the Lord that you woke up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And be grateful and be grateful for what you have and him allowing you to do what you got to do. So absolutely, man. That's most important.
Well, thank you all for tuning in wherever you are, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or wherever this wonderful broadcast is reaching. Let us know where you are too. But we love to know where people are watching. What's up, Merrick? What's going on, brother?
Yeah.
Good to see you, man. We got to catch back up too, man. We got to catch back up, man. See how you're doing and see how we can support you. I saw some of your posts too, man. I saw him out there communicating and networking and doing his thing. Good stuff, man.
He's a great guy, man. We've already talked to him a couple of times, man. Every time it's something good, something new, it's something good.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing some good stuff, man. Not only that, we got to connect people, connecting with some people too. So Denise calling us from South Carolina.
South Carolina. What's up, South Carolina? Toronto, Canada. That's what's up. That's where my Jacqueline Way is at. She's out there.
Is that where she's at?
Yeah.
She living out there?
Yeah, she lived out there.
Oh, I didn't know she lived out there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So thank you for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, today, we do got a good show, and today, you know, we're going to talk about some tech now. We're going to give some tips on what technology is doing. Like a lot of people are unfamiliar with great technology, and I mean like from a broad range. I mean, technology is really, if you use it right, it is changing the game. Even if you don't use it right, it's changing the game. But if you can use it right, you can change the game for yourself, your life, and your business for sure.
And using it right is getting the right information so you can use it right. Because you know, what we found out being in this industry, a lot of people say, hey, well, you know, I'm using this because another company is using that. Well, it doesn't mean you have to use it. It's not the best thing for you, you know.
Hello.
We ran into a lot of situations like that, man. It's just like you feel bad because it's like, man, they spend a lot of money going this route when they didn't have to go that route, man. It's all about educating yourself on exactly what you need in order for your company to run and be more productive. And you can't mirror someone else unless it's a franchise, right? You can't really mirror anybody else because everybody's logic and processes are all different. They're all different. I mean, we work, I mean, one of our biggest industries is accounting, you know, and we've done the same process for different accounting firms, whether it's invoice processing or something like that. Just we've done it, I don't know how many times, but everyone is different.
Everyone is different.
Everyone.
Yep.
So, you know, it's very important. I'm glad you were able to think about this segment and say, you know what, let's really educate our staff. Let's not necessarily bring somebody on right now. Let's talk about what's important, what we can do, what people can do to be prepared and to get the education and the network they need to move forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you again for watching the Business Empowerment Podcast, brought to you by Simply Automate. And we are, you're talking about insights on business, technology, and leadership, but it's not just the insights on business technology and leadership, but it's how you can leverage these insights, how you can use them for yourself. And when we come back, we're going to go over 10 benefits of technology. We're going to expound on some of those. We're going to take questions if you have them and give you some answers so that you can be on your way. Be back in a second.
Simply automate. Automation made simple. Simply automate. Simply automate. Automation made simple. Simply automate. Simple.
That's it.
We are back.
We are back. Simply automate. We are automating, making people's life simple. And I believe when you put the right things in your life and you build an automatic system, which is called habits, your life gets simpler. It does get simpler.
It does.
You know. So without further ado, man, let's dive into this thing here. Let's dive into it. Okay. Number one, what is technology? One of the benefits of technology: ease of access to information. All right. We're talking about the ease of access. There's something about that word ease. I love it. Ease on down the road. And we may have to do that. Did you are not at ease, you are at dis-ease? You know what that is? That's disease, by the way.
Ooh, I like that.
That's interesting.
Like that is.
And we don't need diseases, and we don't need to be creating them. Hello? We don't need to be creating it. So, but the ease of access, man, let's talk about that. You know, right, we're in a day and age where, you know, the information that we need, we really, like this image, is at our fingertips. I mean, you talking about 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago, 100 years ago. I mean, you're talking about the information was not at your fingertips. It was not around. So that, therefore, communication was different. But with this ease of access of information, not only are we able to learn more, but we're able to take action more effective. And this, we're talking about our clients too, man. Our clients before, you know, they didn't have this ease of information. They would have to try and figure out what they need would take forever, and 16 consultants.
Yes.
You know,
absolutely. You know, I'm glad you brought that out. Just about a few hours ago, we have a client that's doing some. We're doing some work on, and we're doing a video for them, right? And they wanted some stuff blurred out, and I was going to send it to you, but I know you were like, you know what, you have a lot on your plate right now, so let me see if I can do this. All I did was YouTube it, say how do I blur images, and all I have is iMovie, right? So how do I blur images? And they said they popped up, and a bunch of them popped up, and they said, all right, well, you have to download this free thing called Photoscape. So I downloaded that and followed the system in. And within an hour, I had completed the whole process, dude. It had the information right there. All I did was look it up on YouTube, because, you know, I like to look at videos and follow the process. And right there, that's how easy it was. And I had never done that before, right? It's like, okay, download this free app, download it, get that information, copy it over.
Oh, my goodness.
Put picture in picture, drag it over. It was like, dude, this is so easy, right? In minutes. Yeah, it's I finished the video in an hour.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable what we can do so fast. You know, I'm like, I'm blown away. I'm blown away by it. And as you're talking, what else did you do there?
That's right. What else right there. Right there. Same time.
Yeah, a whole bunch.
I'm trying to figure out how to find if you know, how to find out how to blur it if I didn't know how, right? If I wasn't an editor, because, you know, I basically know how to use iMovie, which is basic, but it was so fast. It saved me all day. I mean, I did it in an hour. This would have probably taken me, I would have been like, oh, you know what, I got to get this done over the weekend when I have time to really look at it, right? While I was eating my apple right here, you know, I was over there chopping away and listening to the video, and boom, done. So it saved a heck of a lot of time.
And I think, you know, one of the things that you did was you were proactive, and that's what we have to be this way. You know, when it comes to we have to seek. You know, the time is not going to be saved if you're not being proactive in seeking the information. Like, you wouldn't have got it. You wouldn't have figured this out if you didn't go to YouTube and typed in the words that the search engine need to have to give you the video you need to watch. You know, so it's about taking action, saving time. We're saving clients. We're saving clients more than time. We're saving them their life. People are getting their life back. I mean, literally, we were able to save the law firm 40 hours. It took us 3 weeks to save them 40 hours a week.
Yeah,
40 hours a week.
2 employees, just 2 employees. You know, we're saving them 40 hours a week. You know, we had another client yesterday that, you know, we went through the process with him, and he said, I would have never guessed this is possible, but never, because this is unbelievable. He was just blown away, like, I can't believe this can happen for my company. It was like that, you know.
Yeah.
But we hear on a regular basis because people think that they really know what they're doing when they really don't. We were in the same place in our past too, right? And it's like, you know, we'll get this information, get the CRM, get this, get all this different stuff to make it a lot easier. When they haven't really done the research, they just figure, I need this, this, and this, and then grab this because they do it. But there's so much more to it, and being educated is so important, man. But it's so enlightening. It's fun because you know what kind of reaction people are going to get once you do things like, okay, we got this, and once you show them, you know. So what do you think? Wow, that's the most thing they'll get. Wow, most of the time, right? And it's great because now they understand there's a different level of technology, right? And so being able to allow them to enter into that new level changes the game for them.
Changes the game,
right?
Now, this is a new one, man. This is something not necessarily new, but this is something that, you know, even I had to kind of think about for a second. You know, so we got the ease of mobility. Now, this is like different. We don't really recognize this because we're like, most of us born in 20th century, late, you know, some in 21st century, you know, some of them. But it's like we don't understand the benefits and the ease of mobility, how technology has allowed us to do this. Like we don't realize that, you know, literally it wasn't too long ago where if we wanted to get from New York to Chicago, it would take literally months. Like we didn't, you know, these are technologies. Now people are like, oh, I know, but sometimes it's just kind of circling back and heightening your appreciation. I'm telling you, it's helped me tremendously to kind of just appreciate more of where we are, even the smaller things, man. Like, yeah, I got a car or a bike, but you know, a plane, you know, got a blimp over here. You know, we can do almost anything. Can you imagine what they would have been saying 1,000 years ago? They knew we had all this stuff right now. It was coming. They didn't even know it was possible. The interesting thing about it, man, this is just the beginning.
It's definitely the beginning. What's funny is that, you know, we grew up on the Jetsons, right? And I remember waking up every morning to look at the Jetsons, and I was like, wow, what a life that would be if we can live in it. we're here. They're even creating the cars that you know, that can fly. You know.
Yeah.
We're gonna be here when that happens. We're definitely gonna be there when that happens. It's already happening. We know that. Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be worth in the masses, right? So the way technology is changing gets faster every single day. Everything is changing, man. And I mean, honestly, if you really think about it right now, we have our phones, right? Just think back, I don't know, one of the 90s, the 1990s, early 90s, you know, where were they? You know, only the wealthy could have them. Like, wow, what is that? They used to be like about $1.50 a minute.
But they were this big too. Hello? Yeah, I'll call you back in a second. Okay.
Right.
It was huge.
Right. and all they could do was call and receive calls, right? It was literally a mobile phone where it's just that's what it was. You could take it anywhere. And you were like, okay, and then you try to hang up fast because you don't want to spend that extra $1.50. Right? So and look where we are today. And that was just what is that? 30 years ago.
30 years. And now, man,
this is more powerful than the computer that Ronald Reagan had. You know, Everybody
Yeah.
has more power in their hands than our government had 25 years ago.
Yep. Yep.
It's crazy.
This is more powerful than the computer that was in the first rocket that went to the moon.
Right.
It's like what?
Right. And it's only getting better. That's why you see your phones every time people say you see an upgrade, an upgrade, an upgrade. You know, those are the things that are happening. It's like things are starting to change. Things are starting to change. Even with our software, we're improving it every time. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Right, making it better for every user. So,
Yep.
yeah, man, it's crazy, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm
Me
loving
too.
it.
Me too. You know, and going along those lines, you know, we got a little better communication too, don't we? You know, we got better communication. You know, technology has provided better communication. When I say better, I mean faster. I mean more concise. I mean quicker. Listen. We're having conversations with people all around the world at the same time. I know that sounds like normal. That just sounds like well, but that's mind blowing, ladies and gentlemen. It's
it's mind-blowing when you look at it at a different level. Like you and I text every day, right? We're on WhatsApp or text and all that. People are used to saying, "Well, of course we can do that." But with our clients now, we have our group, our teams group, right? And our employees, our clients are all over the world, in Europe, India, Sri Lanka, Canada, here, Latin America. They're everywhere, right? So, but our teams allows us to communicate with them in real time to get the information in real time. Since we've been talking, we already had a client in Europe and one in Canada send us information, send our team information through Teams because it's in real time and we can continue working on it in real time. It's crazy, man. It's bigger than just texting every day. The communication that you can do with anybody around the world in any corner of the rock, you can communicate.
And anything you want to get done. I mean, whatever you want to get, and whoever you want to get it done with. Actually, the pandemic has accelerated our communication abilities because it forced people to start getting on Zoom. It forced people to start using those methodologies to communicate when you weren't in proximity. And honestly, man, that's how we really changed the game. When you're able to communicate regardless of proximity and get things done, my goodness.
It's over. It's over. And
it's over.
We've been doing this before the pandemic even hit, right? So, we sort of got a taste for, when the pandemic hit, we were already in rhythm. Nothing slowed us down because we were prepared. That's what sort of boosted us into the next level of opportunities because we were set. We were set. And people were like, how do you get set? How can they get like that? So that's been fun to be able to help people do because you're right. Zoom has created wealth and opportunities for everybody.
Oh my goodness, man! Zoom is making some bank too. By the way, Zoom is banking. They were already on the rise. I don't have the actual data. I saw this chart, and they were already like past all the tops. Like after the pandemic, they just scaled.
I mean, did you see the? I wish I would. I mean, I read about it. It's been a while. When the pandemic hit, everybody was at that moment. We know how the world was, right? We were in panic mode. We were in trying to survive mode, trying to figure out mode, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But one thing people knew is like, I still got to communicate with people. I had to communicate from with home. How can I do that? Zoom.
Right.
They went. I don't know what the shares were, but I mean, it was just off the chain once the pandemic hit. It blew up. Right. And the thing about it, I remember reading a podcast or something saying, well, when the pandemic, it was one of these old school guys that said, when the pandemic is over, Zoom's going to lose money. All these companies that are doing, everybody's going to go back to face. Dude, they're still growing. They're still growing.
Stop.
Like,
gonna stop.
That. Like, come on, man. It's exactly your business. I was thinking in my head, your business is going to be gone, obviously, because
it's too bad. It's too bad, man.
Yeah.
You're a blockbuster. You're a Kodak. It's too bad, man. It is just too bad. I don't understand how people could watch the Blockbuster story and watch Kodak and still be in the same stuck frame of mind, still be in that dinosaur frame of mind, not understanding that technology is moving, and by 2030, there's going to be two type of businesses. By 2030, the type that are using technology, and the kind that are out of business.
That's right.
Either they're using it or they won't even be in business because you won't be able to compete. It's like we're running a race against a 4x1 relay, and every runner runs at Usain Bolt speed. And you come out here, with your tight jeans on and haven't even stretched, and like, yeah, I can still do this because
first time on the tracks for 40 years.
Right. It's not gonna work, man. It's not gonna work.
It's not.
How about this one? How about this one right here, man? We talk about cost efficiency. This is the big one. This is the one that everyone's looking for as well. How can I not just like save money? Because it's not just about saving money. You don't want to save money and have a bad product or bad service and no efficiency. You want to have good quality, speed and deliver your services, high efficiency, and low cost.
That's right.
Again, technology has allowed us to do that in many ways. We have great examples of this. Clients we serve, matter of fact, a couple in particular, were using another firm who was charging a lot of money. But because we have access to beautiful technology, we were able to make it cost efficient for them. But not even just that, even delivered the speed of the service faster than how they were getting it before.
Way before, yeah, it wasn't even close. They were like, they felt, we kept telling them, hey man, don't worry about it, it's already over. He was like, I can't believe I spent that much money. It took me that much time. I was like, hey man, just forget about it. What's done is done. And you're now your whole mindset's on a whole different level now, so you know what to expect. And we all gone through that. We've gone through that through our business as well. Cost efficiency, though, I mean, look at who's made it very simple. Or grocery stores like Best Buy. Look at Best Buy, for example.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You can walk in, you can pull up, or you can get your service, and you can let them know I'm walking in the door. They'll have it waiting for you right when you're walking the door. It's like, hey, you can either walk in and just get it, and you can walk in and still go like like you used to, where you just walk around and buy, or you just drive up, and before you even drive up, what car are you in? I'm a Black Fusion. Boom! By the time I drive up there, the guy's already, hey, Wilton, here you go. Open the trunk. Bam. Done. I'm out. So it made it very easy. Very easy.
And it's getting better. I mean, it's getting better. I mean, technology is getting better. It's getting faster. And the more you stay educated, because we wouldn't have been able to have this, Wilton, if we weren't educating ourselves, if we weren't constantly taking a look at what was out there. Because we were able to find, technology. We had to search for that to be able to then bring it to our clients, to be able to serve them in a very efficient way, cost-effective way. So again, it's that seeking, it's that taking, that being proactive. We got to make a slide just for that. Being proactive, you got to get out there.
We had a vision of what we wanted to do, and we had no one that can really do what we do. So we had to go out there and look for it and find it. And when we found it, we had to just consume ourselves in understanding how to use it as best as we possibly could, and improve it and help them improve it for our clients. And the minute we did that, game is over. Game is over.
Is over.
So
really is.
Now it's just trying to get people to understand, hey, this is what you're capable of doing. But because they feel like they're wearing so many hats and they don't have the time, which again, technology will give you your time back, they don't realize what they're missing over a conversation, just over a little conversation, not only with us, I'm just talking about in whatever they're doing, whatever kind of programs they need or applications, software, whatever it is, when they really understand how it can benefit them now and in the future, and how they can save time, be more productive and cost effective, then they'll start getting the idea. They'll really start getting it. But very few are doing that right now.
Very few. It's starting to pick up. It's starting to pick up because they're seeing the neighbors do it. They're seeing their competition do it. It's starting to pick up. But I recommend that it picks up a little bit faster. I recommend that you start to, spend your time and get educated. We're doing this podcast right now. The whole purpose is to educate people. When we came up with the idea of business empowerment podcast, it was to literally to empower people. Yes, in business, but who runs businesses? People. So we're empowering people who run the businesses. If we can empower the people, they can stay in business longer. Hello. It's a good thing.
That's right. Technology doesn't grow a business. People grow a business. Technology makes a business easier. That's
Come on.
it.
That's good.
It,
That's
right?
good.
So
Yes.
people have to grow a business because technology doesn't have the feelings, the vision. They don't have that. They
Mm-hmm.
have the data for you.
Right.
That's what they have. You
Yep.
get that data. You have to do with that data. You can change the world, right?
Mm.
So people grow a business. Technology allows you to put that business in a position where it's unbreakable.
Mm-hmm. Mm. That's good. That's good, man. That's good. Innovation. This is actually one of the number one words on LinkedIn. As far as you gotta look at my old posts I put up last week. In the top leading hashtags on LinkedIn, and innovation was the number one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it is this week, but it was last week and the week before.
That means it's still up there.
Innovation.
Then.
It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about it. First thing I was wondering, like, why? Why is this? Why is it? And people realize, man, we got to get creative. Like a lot of folks, like, I don't know what to do. Just trying to figure out, like, what can we do? Or someone like, all right, we know we got to build. We have to get more ideas. We got to get more creativity, grow our vision.
Right.
Innovation is, again, how we're able to actually serve. Like, we're able to serve clients at a very cost-effective price, a very efficient service, very, very fast, because of the innovation of the technology.
Mm-hmm.
The innovation.
That's huge, man. I mean, anything. Innovation allows us to do this. Allows us to be creative. Allows
Thank you,
us to
StreamYard.
be able to, it does, right?
Yeah,
And it made it very easy for us to oh, well, you know what? Not only we can go live, but let's have them put on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, everything
Yep.
else, right?
Oh man.
So it's what it is. It's just
Yep.
a vision. You're creative. You bring that idea into reality, and that's what technology does. That's what I love having fun is when we get a client, and they give us a process. Building that out, it's like, oh, I have so much fun, and man, it's like, it's like for me, it's like when I used to wake up in the morning, have that ball in my hand, and go outside and play basketball all day.
Yep.
That's the kind of giddiness I get now when I wake up in the morning. Know that we have the power to be creative and to wow somebody.
You play basketball too?
Yeah.
You play basketball and football?
Yeah. Yeah. I went to.
You're like all American, dude.
Yeah. Well, in high school, I played basketball, football, track, but I was always busy. So, but in college, I played football, and then, I really didn't want to. Well, I'll take it back. I went to UNLV to run track. That program got killed, right? So,
you went to UNLV, ran track, and what happened?
They dismantled the program.
Oh.
So they I tried out for the basketball team, didn't make it, but I was able to sit down and take stats, hung out with with Larry Johnson, all those guys. Then I went back home.
Right.
Yeah, then I went back home and I played football.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I played basketball because I got a basketball scholarship. They didn't have any football scholarships. But the reason why I ended up just switching it over because I was just in love with football. I mean, my heart was in football. So I went back to football and just said, hey, you know what, basketball is not my lane. Football is really my lane. And so that's where I went. So yeah, man, that's what sports is it's part of our DNA,
Yeah,
our whole DNA
yeah,
family. It's
yep.
like, I'm like I don't know how many, the 10th generation of our family playing sports. I had uncles that played, that played professional overseas, and I had an uncle that was actually playing at, getting ready to go to UCLA back in the late '70s, and was killed in a car accident. So there was yeah, we come from a line of athletes, man. I'm probably like on the bottom totem pole compared to the rest of my family, man. Because then we had some dogs, man. So yeah,
You know who's coming up. Watch out for Noah. Watch out.
dude,
Watch out.
I I think it's a little different now, man. These Noah and Emma, they're both swimmers, man. It's big time.
Ooh,
Except Emma. Emma's
really?
already early. She was dribbling the basketball in the house, just like she's always dribbling the basketball, man. Like
Are you
daddy, she's
serious?
like, she got two of them yesterday. She started dribbling. I was like, oh, practice on one first, but she was like, dude, no. But you should
Mm.
see that. You should see,
Ooh.
you should see them swim. We were Trish takes them to swim practice. Well, now that we moved here, she took them to go. They have a swim instructor, and Noah jumped in the pool and started swimming. She's like, this guy can already swim. He put him on the swim team. He's 5 years old. Like yeah, yeah. So they're
That is
athletes,
what's up.
man. They're athletes.
That's what's up, man. So speaking of kids, man. Speaking of kids, let's talk about this here. Where to go? Add the stream. Bam. Better technology has provided us better learning techniques. For
Mhm.
adults and for our children, for everyone.
Right.
Just better, meaning we can communicate more efficiently, more succinctly, which means we can get understanding quicker.
Mhm.
Now, I got the kids in this one because obviously technology is. I love the kids, man. But adults in business, like learning and our ability to learn, how fast we can learn now, it's a super game changer.
Mind
I'm
blowing.
talking about
Yeah.
like what we're doing right now. If we tried to do a 30 years ago, it'd be so complex
Mhm.
to teach this and help companies understand how to leverage business automation and how it works. It'd just be just a mess.
That's right.
But now, with the
Yeah.
internet and ease of use of access of information and our styles and methodologies, man, people are going from not knowing anything about RPA, robotic process automation, or business automation. They go from knowing nothing to have their first conversation knowing at least 50%.
Mhm. Quick.
One conversation.
One
Like, whoa.
conversation. It's that
Like,
fast.
okay,
The thing
okay.
about the technology, it allows you to learn everything faster, but it's crazy how fast kids pick it up, right?
Mm,
Because they were born into it. We weren't born
mm-hmm.
into it, right? So it's sort of like a learning pattern because we have so many other things in our head, and we were taught a certain way. So trying to get that removed and put this into play is different. With them, they can pick it up real quick,
Yep.
and that's where sort of Trish and I were like, they need technology. Well, if they don't, she sort of punished them. If they don't do stuff, they don't take the technology away. Which in a way, I definitely agree. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, it's like take the technology away where they don't play games and all of this. But education and like, no
Yeah.
one knows how to code. He knows how to code.
Who?
He goes to this thing and he starts to do this coding pattern. He knows how to code.
Who?
Noah, he's 5. He just
Serious?
turned 5. Yeah. Yes.
You're, wow.
Yeah. It,
Wow.
it, and they pick it up so fast. He gets on my phone and goes, "Hey, Dad, go here, go
Sponge.
here." And start doing this. Like they start going on. I was like, "Wait, slow down. How'd you go? Well, go back over here." And 5, dude. Emma too. She's 3. She understands how to use a phone, use the computer like nothing, right? But for them, it's funny because they're on this computer that I'm on now, and they're trying to touch the screen and move stuff. I said, "And my computer don't work like that." It's like it goes to my
You
phone,
just get
my phone, and the laptop or your iPad.
you just getting
Yeah,
fingerprints on it right now.
that's it, man. You already started my whole. I got to spare down and fix it now because your fingerprints on the. That's what I know. I tried to back up my computer because they were always trying to do that. Dad, it's not moving. It's not moving. But they pick it up so fast, man. And the thing about it is that it's so important. I know a lot of parents who are like, "I'm taking technology away." Don't do that. You're gonna hurt them. I'm telling you right now, you can
Mm-hmm.
hurt them. Now you can take games away. You can always
Yeah.
put these filters on there where they can't watch certain things at certain times. There's different things that you can do, and they only have access to certain things, right?
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
do that, let them be on it because what's going to happen is it's going to prepare their mind for any type of technology, and it doesn't have to be in the same field. It's just about the the actual movement, the
Right.
understanding of what it's
Yep.
all about,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So that's what you want your kids to be involved with on a regular basis. And the sooner you can do that, the easier it is. It's like picking up a language. If you teach kids 2 or 3 different languages when they're born, by the time they're 10 years old, they're gonna know all 3 of them fluently.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with computer. You teach them early, it's like, and they'll know it. They'll know
Mm.
it. Like they don't know how to use the mouse. That's one thing about it. They don't know how to use a mouse, but they know how to use that touch screen real easy.
That is so cool, man. That is
Yeah.
cool. Here's my favorite word right here, man. Well, at least one of them. Favorite 2 words. Favorite concept. Artificial intelligence, baby.
Ooh,
Ooh wee. Now this is where it gets fun.
ooh,
Artificial
very.
intelligence. Artificial intelligence has literally changed the game. Literally, that human finger and robot hand coming together. Doosh. I mean, literally, we're changing the freaking world
Mhm.
at a push of a button. Boop, send our food here. Boop, send resources here. Boop, heighten our communication here. Boop, add automation to our processes here. Like it's just like a push of a button. With the
Yeah.
right communication, right team and foundation, artificial intelligence, man, is the reason we got the internet on Mars and we haven't even been there.
Right, 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 right. Absolutely. I think that with AI, it allows not only people, but it allows businesses to never ever have to think
Mm,
like they used to ever again.
yep.
Because AI will tell them what they need because of all the algorithms they figured out. This doesn't work, this doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work. And through our head, we have to go through all this. Artificial intelligence thinks of it that fast.
Just like
That
that.
fast. We all use AI every single day. No one even knows it. All of us.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a phone, if you have a computer, and you're browsing, you're doing something, AI is attached to
Yep. Yep.
it. AI is attached to it.
Yep.
That's why if you notice a lot of things when you say I'm interested, I'm interested in cars, in certain cars, and you go somewhere to see that, and right away they'll know, oh, they're interested in that car. You'll start getting information back and forth over about that car. And like, how is this
Mm-hmm.
stuff coming up? How is this stuff coming up? Because
Mm-hmm.
AI read your mind and said, hey, I know you like this. I'm going to keep feeding it to you.
I know what you like.
I know what you
I
like.
understand your algorithm
That's it.
better than you do.
That's it. That's it.
It,
Absolutely.
it's quite phenomenal, man. It's quite phenomenal. You know?
It's amazing. It's
It's
amazing.
allowing us to. It's really allowing us to do whatever we can think of.
Right. And what's crazy is that people think that AI is expensive. You know what I mean? When you get to a certain level, you know, it can be, but it's available for really anybody. It's available for anyone. You
Mm-hmm.
start small, you'll start understanding how to implement it and how to use it within your own organization. Then you realize that ROI, immediate ROI. But people always brush it off because, oh, it's not for me. It's for Fortune 500. It's not for me because
Mm-mm.
I don't have a company like that. You always hear all these different things like that. It's not for you because you're not willing to do that, to check in and understand and learn how it can be for
Right.
you. That's not
Right.
for you.
Right. And trust me, it's for you. Don't be Blockbuster. Do not. Okay. Do not
Right.
be Blockbuster. The CEO said, Blockbuster before they went out. It was like, yeah, people don't, because they were hearing about Netflix and everything, and Netflix wanted Netflix just want to be a part of what they were doing. Like, yeah, just buy us for a minimum amount, please. Let us. We'll turn all your videos into a digital catalog, and make it available. Blockbuster guys was like, psst. People like the in-store experience. They don't. People just love the in-store experience, and they left it there. And he was right. People do love the in-store experience, but you know what people love more than going to a store? Sitting in their bed, sitting in their
Sit-
home, watching it from their phone, their own access. That's what they really like, and that's what artificial intelligence will allow them to do, and will allow us to do if we utilize it correctly, man.
That's it right here. Just please pull up all the Marvel movies. You know, that's it.
Oh my
right?
goodness.
Boom.
It's
And within 5
unbelievable.
minutes, with the 5 seconds, you press that button, you're watching it. It's
Watching it.
I would rather do
Watch
that than say, oh, I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna go down every damn aisle to see if there's, and then it may be out, and I just thought it's crazy how people stay stuck in that pattern and they don't prepare for the future because they're different generations, right?
Yeah. Yep.
If you make it simple for people, the simpler you make it, the more you're gonna make. That's it. You make
That's it,
simple,
man.
that's the bottom line. If you're in a business, the easier you make for somebody, the more you're gonna make. That's it.
That's
I mean,
it.
I just literally saw something on video that said, and I love pizza. That's my that's my big carb. I have to have a pizza, right?
I love pizza
I
too.
saw this thing that said, make a pizza in 60 seconds. I was like, what? I was like, I'm getting that. It's like, make a pizza in 60 seconds,
Oh, he had you. Had you.
It had me. I was like, and then of course you're gonna hear those people say, oh wow, if you wait in 60 seconds, you're gonna get cancer, you're gonna do. I was like, you're gonna hear all that, right? And I call them the haters, right? They call them the haters, right? You can get cancer from milk, you can get cancer from anything from nowadays,
Yeah.
right? From
Yeah.
certain soap you get. I mean, it's just everything. It's all over, right? And it's just a way to prove their point that if someone just gets cancer, they can call it. They can point it out to something. But the point is, 60 seconds, and you have a hot pizza with a nice brown crust. I'm in. I'm in, dude.
Hey man, can you make me some lunch, please? Joking. Boy, that made me hungry right there. Yes. Yes.
You can YouTube that thing. I'm sure you can. Make a pizza in 60 seconds. I was blown away. I was like, and it's one of those little grills that you put outside, and you sort of, the ones that the pizza oven. It's like a pizza oven, a small pizza oven. You turn that thing on in 60 seconds. That thing is ready, hot, melted, ready to go. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Love it.
Here's one here, man. Because of technology, the disabled are now abled.
Love it.
I mean, what we couldn't do before, now we can do. I pulled up something specifically for this one, just to talk about it first, and that's this, man.
Yeah.
I mean, these are 3D printed homes. There's multiple companies right now that are printing homes, and what happens with 3D printing homes? They basically print maybe like a 2,500 square foot home in a day, for about 10,000, about 5,000 more of all the toppings. You get it done in a day, and you got a home. And so the homelessness, as a matter of fact, man, in your town, in Austin, there's a organization called Fishes and Loaves, and they just housed hundreds of people, and they're building this big complex. They're 3D printing 247 homes. It was a $120 million project. They're literally cutting the Austin, Texas homelessness down by 40%.
Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, it's big here. It's big here too. But that it's so good that you brought this up, because the not being able to do something, now be able to do something like this, it would take that house right there. If you were to get somebody to build a house, it's going to take them months to build it, the foundation, everything, right?
Yep.
You print it out, you put it. I see these big old. I mean, there are these big old machines, right? And they spill this thing out, and they just go around in a circle and start dumping everything out, and it's just amazing to see how it works. And it's all run by a computer. It's all run. It's like, dude, it's all digital. It's like you hit play and sit back and watch it be built.
Yes.
Come back at the end of the day, your house is done.
Unbelievable, man.
It's insane, man. It's cost effective.
Cost effective.
Yes. Yes.
Back to that word, man. Back to that word, okay?
Right.
Cost efficiency, man. And
That's
so
it.
so the disabled are now. I mean, we're talking about those who didn't have homes now have homes. You know, we literally can solve the homelessness problem. And also when it comes down to people who weren't able to actually build their business, like they weren't able to go any further. They just weren't able to. Technology has allowed them to by opening the methods of communication, giving them more effective technologies to be able to be more efficient in what they're doing, serving their clients better. They weren't able to before. Now they're able because of technology. Remember, the stat how many businesses go out of business and how fast they go out of business, and a lot of that because people just didn't have access to the things that can keep them in business. Like we're keeping the small guy in business.
Mm-hmm.
The small guy is now able to actually battle with the big guys.
That's it. They are. They are going go toe to toe with them. Maybe not in volume,
Mm-hmm.
but in productivity, they are.
Productivity, right,
Right?
right.
Productivity, they really are. And that's the big game changer because before they didn't have that. And the
Mm.
thing about business went out of business, a lot of business went out. Most of it comes from not, absolutely lack of education for sure, but ego and stubbornness to
Oh
change.
gosh, yep,
It's
yep.
amazing thing. You look at companies now, and we literally talked to a company. We talked to a company a few months ago, and we showed them a 350% ROI, like immediate, right? It's like, yeah, it looks good, but let me think about it. It's like, dude, we just showed you exactly what we can do, right? But
Right.
even before we going into that, his attitude, and it was all about him. He built it. Nothing else is bigger than that. And, in fact, I wish, man, I know it's a little long, and let's do this. Play the one that Guy did because Guy was the same boat, right? But Guy was like he didn't want to let go of the power that he had because it almost felt like I know it all. You can't help me.
Mm-hmm.
And the minute it's
Mm-hmm.
like we're not taking it away, we're enhancing it for you. We're allowing you to be more of a boss, to do bigger things within your company, to help out others, to impact in a bigger way. And once you start doing that, you find say, okay, man, let's do another bot because we did that first bot for him years ago. Did another one for him at the beginning of the year, whatever. It's been like 6 months, whatever. I think now we're on bot number 8, right? So I can't even keep up with it anymore because he understands like this is changing, this is happening, this is happening, and this is happening.
Yeah.
And he's fitting into is like now he's able to do a lot more within his company on the front end of the business to help it grow and to bring in people to focus on the front end of the business and not the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Once we do that stubbornness, things grow. We have to release that. We have to let that ego go and be willing to understand how to implement technology into our world. And
Yes,
it's big.
it's huge, man.
Yeah.
We have that video. You want to run that?
Let's run that at the end 'cause it's a little
Okay.
long.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we
Let's
got
do
you.
this.
We,
After
we
we do
got our last one right here anyway.
we do
Coming
the
up
last
here.
one, we'll run that and we'll come back and close it out. How's that?
Yep. Scale fast. This is the one, man. We formerly known as scale through automation. We are okay now. Simply automate. We understand about scaling. You know,
Right.
think big, start small, scale fast.
Mm,
Think big picture. Start small where you are. With the right technology and right process and right people in place, you will scale fast, brother.
that's right. And leave that there for a second because think big. When you think big, you're gonna have a bunch of blockers to stop you from thinking like that. Like, oh, don't think like that. You're silly. You're crazy. What's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
You're insane. Put yourself around people that think bigger than you.
Thank you.
Think bigger. And when you
Thank
do,
you.
you'll understand you okay where to start, which is small, and then but thinking big and starting small and putting yourself around those people that will allow you to keep you accountable and to move forward will help you scale fast.
Mm,
We know that.
that's big.
In
That's
fact,
big.
Trish and I was talking to my wife yesterday about it, and I was saying, I really can't talk to anybody that I know in my family or close friends about what I do because they think I'm insane. They think like, they think like, oh man, you're talking like you're Bill Gates or somebody, It's like, well, I understand how he thinks. So yeah, I guess you
Yeah.
can say I don't have his bank account yet,
Yeah.
but I do understand the power of thinking big.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
do understand that. And I
Yep.
understand where you need to start. I understand the grind you need to put into it to scale fast too. So surrounding ourselves with that people is different. But what's going to happen, and I've already know this, is when it does happen, and we get over to that hill that we've been climbing. People that are in our inner circle, the ones that really love us, that have not intentionally, they weren't like doing it to hate. They just doing it because it's like, come on, man, you
Yeah.
have you have your head in the clouds. You'll be able to show them, like you always hear that saying, if I can do it, you can do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be able to show that to the people I love. Is like, listen, if I can do it, you can do it, right? I
Right.
thought, how did you do it? I thought big, put myself around people that thought bigger than me, started small, and what happened? Here we are years later, and boom, that's it.
Just like that, man. Just
Just
like
like that.
that.
That's it. It's not rocket science. It's not,
No. No.
you
It's
know.
consistency. It's consistency. It's not necessarily keeping your eyes on the prize, but keeping your eyes on the path.
It's
You
it.
know, not
That's
necessarily the
it.
prize. The prize thing, you're thinking big, but keeping your eyes on the path. Of where are you going? What step are you taking, step after step? And then don't worry about the naysayers. Remember
Yeah,
what people think about you is none of your business.
that's it. And people have to understand that it is none of your business, man. And I think that's why you and I keep rocking it because you know we don't care what people think.
Yeah.
We honestly don't. You know, and and
Right.
and I and I can really say that I don't. I mean, I care how people feel about like my family, how they feel about me. Right? It's a
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
difference.
Yep.
That's a difference. What they think about me, and as my character is important for my family, but what they think
Mm-hmm.
about me and what I do,
Yeah.
like I don't worry about you. I don't worry
Yeah.
about that. I don't care who you are. You can talk
Yeah.
about me. You can say I'm crazy. You can say, what I'm gonna watch him fail, watch him do this. I told you so. You can do all that. It doesn't bother. It doesn't even slow me down anymore. It used to sort of, pause me for a minute. I
Yeah.
think every time I hear that, I pick up momentum.
Yep. As it becomes fuel. The haterade becomes fuel for me.
Right.
Pour that haterade in there. Woo! Rock it up.
That's it. That's
You
it.
you want to prep guys video?
Yeah, man. Let's do that, and we'll come
I
back. I think it's like a 3-minute video.
I got it ready, but you want to say something about it?
Well, I do want to say on this video, it's not a testimony. It is a testimony about him, and he's telling him what the minute he let go of what he was thinking and what he was doing, his business changed, and that's
Yeah.
what happens. Yeah, and this I think this is
Basically,
important.
you reached out to him. You had a conversation, and he put it on pause because he a benefit, but it wasn't moving him like that, and didn't really seem that interested in doing it. So he put it on the back burner, and then
Right.
one day he took it off the burner. And soon he took it off the burner, it started cooking. It started cooking
Yeah,
good, and
really good.
it started working well.
That's it.
That's
And
what
he
this
started
is.
putting all the different sauces on,
Yeah.
brother.
Check it out. Be back in a second.
Hello, my name's Guy Gemmer. I'm with PS Properties, a small real estate and property management company in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I've been working with Wilton and his team over the past actually couple years to build bots to automate our business. And I wanted to share something as we have grown into our automation over the past 3 months or so. Just what you can do as a scale through automation user to streamline a lot of your own processes and to make the bots work for you better. And so we started, like I said, a couple years ago with our first bot, and we really just built that one bot and didn't do anything else from there because we wanted to hold on to everything and control the system too much. We wanted to control the process within our business too much. And I think being a small business owner, something you've built, something you've poured into, that's probably something that a lot of people face. So it became a barrier for us. And it's something I'm still working on as I'm helping us get through that automation process. But what I want to share with you is, if you recognize that the bot that you're creating, the system by which the bot runs, is your creation, just like the business was your creation, you'll be able to let go a little bit. You'll be able to move things along so much faster when you realize, hey, I created this business and I'm creating another piece of this business that is going to expedite my processes in a way that are exponential in their return. It's better than hiring yourself as an employee at minimum wage. That's legitimately how good your bot system can become. So it's really a matter of just creating it. Be a part of that creation the way that you created your business, and then let it go the same way you hand it off to a good employee. When you hire somebody good to do the job that you've trained them to do, which is what you're doing in creating the bot, you're training the bot to do it exactly the way you want it done. Let it go. Do what you need to do and what portion of it you can be a part of, and then let it go and watch it run, and then just keep building them. So that's my encouragement to you, so that you can figure out how to do it better and to streamline your processes quicker and streamline your process of building the bot and letting it go quicker. So hopefully that's helpful for you, Wilton. I appreciate everything that you've done for us thus far, and I look forward to what we're able to do in the future, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yep, that's pretty incredible, man. Pretty incredible testimony. It's just, it's something about when you hear stories like that, and you hear how people were looking at things one way, and then the light bulb comes on. It's like boop. It's like, I can see clearly now. It's clear.
Yeah.
And now he's talking about adding digital employees everywhere.
And,
It's so incredible, man.
It's amazing, like, especially with Guy, he's taken to a different level. He already understands what bots can do. So he's already pre-recording them for us and sending us, this is what I want. He pre-recorded, he already sends it to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
He already knows.
Yeah. That's right. He did. That's right. I know. That's so cool.
That's what he does for all of them. I mean, just a couple that we're working on another one. He got his employees involved where he's invoicing something. I forgot what it was. We had to scan all those different invoices. It's not invoice process, something else. But he recorded it and shows exactly what he wanted done. Made it so much easier because he already understands what he's capable of doing. So that's where technology can take you. And it's great to see businesses like him thrive because of this opportunity.
Yep.
But it's even better to see that he knows how to take full advantage of it.
That's it. That's the part.
Grow,
That's the part I like the most. The fact is, like, you give a man a fish, he eat for a day.
Teach him how to fish and live for a lifetime. Yeah, absolutely. And that's it. And it's very true. And it's great to see that. I mean, he's not only the only one. We have others as well that are like that. But it's great to see a business of his size be able to sort of take it to the next level, so he can focus on his business. Like you said, he released it. He built the process.
Yep.
We're not changing. He already built it. We're not changing it. We're just gonna make it. We're gonna simplify it for you.
Simplify it, automate it, streamline it, make it rock and roll, and real easy. And then, so if you'll see on Facebook or on LinkedIn, there's a link here for a questionnaire. That link there, literally, to find out how automation can help your business. You fill out this questionnaire less than 5 minutes or so. It gives us an understanding about what you're doing. Because everybody, if you're in business, you have processes. If you have processes, at bare minimum, 30% of it is redundant, meaning it's repetitive, meaning there's
No.
some way that we can automate it and speed it up for you so that you don't have to do that mundane activity. And what happens by doing, when you take the mundane, repetitive activity away from the people, those people can then focus on more value added activities, which is more beneficial for them and the company.
Yeah, and what's crazy is like we always say 30% because that's what the data shows. Everything that we've done has been over 50%.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just scared to say it because Gardner was saying that, but
Yeah,
according to what our experience, you're right. It's been 50%.
we just 50 or more.
Oh my
Every
goodness.
process has been saving people at least 50%. You know, and so we haven't run into that 30% yet. But if you just take that 30% of your full day, what can you do with what do you and your company can do if you got 30% of what you're working on automated?
Oh
What,
gosh.
what could you guys do with 30%? That's minimum. That's what I'm
Minimum.
talking about. If you think about that, that's a 30-year day, right? So just minimum. So it's makes total sense for you to really understand exactly what you need to do to allow your business to grow without investing a lot of money, just more time and education into learning how.
Yep. Yep. Hey Jill. She said, thanks, Rob House. Hard to imagine biz today without using tech in some form of automation. I know.
Right. She's
I
right.
know, Jill.
So
It's
you're
we
100% right.
so true.
It's,
So true.
it is. It is. I mean, if there's a business out there that doesn't, use technology and automation, their time on existing is very limited.
What's that glass that has the sand come hourglass? The hourglass is going. The sand is dripping.
Yeah, it is. And we see it, we see it. But now that we're getting, more testimonies, more data, more everything else, it's becoming more uh noticeable from people saying, okay, well, let me at least look into it. That's why this
Yeah.
questionnaire that Dimitri's put up, go to Facebook, go to LinkedIn, take a look at it, fill it out. This questionnaire is important because it'll allow us to show you
Right.
how we can automate your process. That way you can get a clear understanding of how this can really impact your company. Now, it doesn't
You
have to
don't
be the
pay.
process.
You don't pay anything either. I mean, you're not paying
It's your
to.
time.
Right.
You
Exactly.
don't pay anything until it's deployed. So you know everything up front, the ROI, you'll know everything up front. So
Mhm.
it's just a matter of time. Literally by the time you're gonna probably spend half an hour on this call after we do the demonstration and discovery call, and then maybe an hour or two here and there to get information in order for us to build it out. So you don't
Mhm.
spend a whole lot of time. But the thing about this questionnaire, it'll allow you to get a clear picture of what it can do. Because if we talk about automation, and I talk about invoice processing or bank reconciliation or sales orders or all these different processes that we do, it may not stick with you, even if you do those processes, because your logic is totally different. When you fill this questionnaire, we're going to build it customized for what you share with us. That way
Yep.
you can put apples to apples and you can automatically see what it's capable of doing once we show you exactly
Yep.
what it can do. We had a client yesterday. I told you earlier, our client earlier yesterday was like, after we showed him what we can do, he said, I think I don't know if I showed you earlier in this podcast, but he says, I woke up this morning, I would never thought this is possible. Never thought this is I don't never even think this can be done.
Right.
And he goes, I'm just blown away. I don't even know what to say, but wow.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
I love hearing that. I love
And
hearing that.
it's because he filled the questionnaire and we were able to show him what we could do for his company using his process, automating his process. So now he automatically saw, wow, I see the belief. Man, that same day, get that mosquito out of here. Got it. That's it. He filled the NDA that quick,
Mm-hmm.
right? And everything else is flowing. So it happens. That's why this questionnaire is so important. And all it does is take 30 minutes of your day.
That's it.
You fill this questionnaire, you submit it. Once you submit it, it takes you to our calendar. You pick a time or day that fits in your schedule. We have morning, real early, all day long, at night, depending on where you are in the world. So we cover everything. So
Yep.
you're not left out. And you'll be able to sit down and see exactly how this works. And I guarantee you, you walk away more with more education, more understanding of where you can take your business using automation.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. So yeah, we at the top of the hour now. We went over a little bit. 4:06. It's fine. We share some 10 nice tips, a nice little social proof of how it's actually working. You saw Guy's testimony, and then we closed up with the questionnaire, because the call to action, ladies and gentlemen, is take action. Find out where you are. Like, for just bare minimum, get to the questionnaire, fill it out, see where you are, and get an understanding where you are. The better understanding you have of where you are, the better understanding you'll have of where you're going.
Amen. Very true.
And that's about it, man.
All right, brother. Well, let's get on out of here.
Peace out, everybody. Until next time.
Welcome to the Business Empowerment Podcast, the show that keeps you in the know with what you need to know in business and technology, and for yourself so you can grow. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Rob House, and my co-host, Wilton Rogers, got insight for miles and miles. We'll give you what you need to know.
Get ready for the Business Empowerment Podcast.